The bank is Ricky's looking.
That's crazy. Up how that ball sat there for all that time.
This is roughly his 15th shot.
Picture this. You're leading a PGA Tour event. You've just taken your drop. You walk a few steps to read the green, and your ball rolls into the water by itself. No wind, no swing, just gone. That's what happened to Ricky Fowler in 2019. And it's proof that in golf, the dumbest moments aren't rare. They happen to the best in the world, sometimes in the biggest moments. This is a countdown of the most idiotic, painful, expensive, and downright bizarre blunders ever recorded on a golf course. Some of these cost players hundreds of thousands of dollars. Others, championships, careers, respect. From a fan walking off with a superstar's iron, to pros losing majors over a wrong signature, these aren't just bad shots, they're moments you wouldn't believe if there wasn't video. Let's count down the worst golf screw-ups ever, and trust me, the ones at the top of this list are almost too stupid to believe. Let's start with number 15, where Ricky Fowler's golf ball turned into a rogue spy and cost him a triple bogey, even though he didn't swing. Ricky Fowler was leading the 2019 Waste Management Phoenix Open. He was cruising, but on the 11th hole, things went from smooth sailing to complete madness, and all he did was turn around. His approach shot finds the water, no big deal. Players recover from that all the time. So he takes a drop near the green, places the ball on a slope, steps away to survey the shot, and the ball just casually starts rolling and keeps rolling. And yes, rolls right back into the water. And here's where it gets dumb. Because the ball was already in play, that means another penalty stroke for doing absolutely nothing. Fowler's reaction? A mix of confusion and helpless rage. He ended up taking a triple bogey on the hole, in the final round no less, and somehow, despite that, he still won the tournament with the highest final round score by a winner in its history. Talk about winning ugly. Number 14, Kevin Na's 16-stroke nightmare. 2011 Texas Open, par 4. Kevin Na walks up to the 9th hole and walks off with a 16 on his card. Let that sink in. What was supposed to be a routine par turned into a full-blown comedy sketch. He hits a decent tee shot, but the ball drifts into the trees. Then chaos. He tries to punch out, hits a tree. Then another, then another. At one point, he whiffs trying to swing in the brush. It's like watching someone play whack-a-mole with his own career. He loses track of how many shots he's taken. Literally. He turns to his caddy and says, "How many is that?" You can hear him losing count in real time. 16 strokes later, he escapes with the kind of number you usually see on mini golf scorecards. Not on the PGA Tour. To his credit, Na took it with grace. He even joked about it afterward. But make no mistake, this was one of the most painful and idiotic implosions ever captured on camera. Number 13, Mark Rowe gets disqualified for a scorecard mix-up. It's the 2003 Open Championship at Royal St. George's. Mark Rowe has the round of his life. He shoots a spectacular 67 in the 3rd round, just 2 shots off the lead. But after the round, disaster strikes. Rowe and his playing partner, Jesper Parnevik, forgot to swap scorecards at the start of the round. So Rowe signed the wrong one. Not incorrect scores, just the wrong name on top. According to the rules, that's an automatic DQ. He went from potential Open contender to out of the tournament without a single bad shot. That one mistake ended his chances at ever contending in a major again. No swing, no penalty stroke, and just a pencil and paper mistake that destroyed his dream. Number 12, Ernie Els takes 6 putts from 3 feet, 2016 Masters, Augusta National, the first hole. Ernie Els, a multiple major winner, a Hall of Famer, steps up to a 3-foot putt, misses, then misses again, then again, and again, and again. 6 putts from 3 feet. He walked off with a quadruple bogey 9, the worst opening hole in Masters history. And you could see it in his eyes, disbelief, humiliation, a silent internal scream. This wasn't some no-name rookie, and this was the Big Easy. And nothing about that hole as though it was easy. It set the tone for one of the worst putting performances ever seen at Augusta. It was like his putter had a mind of its own, and it hated him. Even weekend hackers watching from their couches were like, I could have done better. And for once, they weren't wrong. Number 11. Hideki Matsuyama's painted 3-wood gets him disqualified. Memorial Tournament 2022. Matsuyama tees off using his 3-wood. All seems fine. Then, a rules official spots something odd. White paint, clearly applied on the club face. It wasn't scuffed. It wasn't dirty. It was painted on intentionally to help with alignment. And that's a rules violation. Even though he only used it once, that one shot with a non-conforming club meant immediate disqualification. He was out. Not for a swing mistake, not for a meltdown, but because someone on his team thought paint wouldn't be a big deal. It was. Number 10. Sergio Garcia destroys 5 greens in a tantrum. Saudi International, 2019. Sergio Garcia has a bad day in a bunker. Instead of shrugging it off, he slashes at the sand like he's fighting demons. Then, it gets worse. The next day, Sergio, fully grown professional, damages 5 greens by dragging his spikes in frustration. Other players complained. Officials reviewed. Decision: he was disqualified. Garcia became the first player ever to get DQ'd for deliberately damaging the course under misconduct rules. Number 9. Patrick Reed's top 5 faceplant. WGC Cadillac Championship, 2014. Reed wins the tournament. He's riding high. Then, he grabs the mic and says, "I'm one of the top 5 players in the world." At the time, he wasn't even top 20. The media pounced. Golf Twitter lit up. Cocky, sure. Confident, maybe. But objectively, just dumb. To his credit, Reed did win the Masters later, but he never cracked the actual top 5 rankings. You can back yourself without inflating your resume mid-interview. Number 8. Alvaro Quiros misses a gimme, literally. Portugal Masters 2015. Quiros lines up a short putt, barely longer than a foot. He taps it. It bounces off the back of the cup, pops up, and somehow doesn't drop. Even he can't believe it. He just stands there, in silence. It wasn't nerves, it wasn't pressure, it was just a terrible putt, one that turned a par into a bogey and made him a viral meme. Number 7. Cam Davis and Will Zalatoris play the wrong balls. The stakes were high. Final round of a big event. Davis was cruising toward a top 10 finish. Zalatoris was making a comeback after injury, then they accidentally played each other's golf balls. That's an automatic 2-stroke penalty. Davis dropped from top 10 to 14th. He lost $300,000, and Zalatoris tumbled from 6th to 26th. Another $120,000 gone. Combined, nearly $500,000 evaporated over a mix-up. That could have been solved by glancing at a number on a ball. Number 6, Craig Stadler's towel gets him disqualified. 1987 San Diego Open. Craig Stadler is kneeling behind a tree. It's wet out, and so he pulls a towel out of his bag and lays it down before taking his stance. Smart, right? Stay dry, stay clean. Wrong. That towel was ruled as building a stance. It's a penalty, but here's the real blunder. Stadler didn't realize it. He finished the round without adding the penalty strokes. And that? Automatic disqualification. The towel didn't give him a better lie. It didn't change his swing. It was just a towel, but rules are rules. And Craig Stadler went home with a red face and a lesson he'd never forget. All because he didn't want to get his pants dirty. Number 5, Camilo Villegas tries to get relief from sand 2021. Villegas' ball is embedded in what he thinks is soft ground under pine straw. But under the rules, embedded relief only applies in soil, not sand. He asked for relief, denied. So he asks again, denied again. Eventually, he's forced to punch out. The sand didn't care about his confusion, neither did the rules. Number 4, Ian Woosnam's caddy brings too many clubs. 2001 Open Championship. Woosnam's in contention. He birdies the first hole of the final round. Then, his caddy turns to him and says the dumbest sentence ever heard on a golf course: "We've got 15 clubs." That's one more than allowed. Immediate 2-stroke penalty. Woosnam grabs the extra club and throws it into the bushes. Understandable. That one blunder didn't just cost strokes, it potentially cost him the claret jug. Number 3, Rory McIlroy's parking lot meltdown at the Ryder Cup. 2023 Ryder Cup, tensions are already sky high. Rory McIlroy and Matt Fitzpatrick lose their match to Patrick Cantlay and Wyndham Clark. No big drama until Cantlay's caddy, Joe LaCava, starts celebrating. Not just a fist pump or a quiet "let's go." No, hat twirling, walking across Rory's line, completely in his space, as he's lining up a critical putt. Rory tells him to move. LaCava doesn't. Rory misses the putt. That should have been the end of it, but it wasn't. Later that night, outside the team bus in the parking lot, Rory runs into Justin Thomas's caddy, Jim Bones Mackay, and completely loses it. He's yelling, pointing, has to be physically restrained by Shane Lowry. The video spread like wildfire. The calm, controlled Rory we're used to, gone, replaced by a man ready to throw hands over a hat twirl. This wasn't just golf drama, this was personal. And while you can argue, LaCava was disrespectful, Rory's explosion was not his best moment. Number 2, Roberto Di Vincenzo signs the wrong scorecard at the Masters. 1968 Masters Tournament. Roberto Di Vincenzo has just finished an incredible final round on his 45th birthday. He's tied for the lead, ready for a playoff, but then disaster. His playing partner, Tommy Aaron, accidentally marks him down for a par on the 17th hole instead of a birdie. And Di Vincenzo, he signs the card without checking. In golf, whatever you sign is official, even if it's wrong. So instead of heading to a playoff, he's ruled out. Di Vincenzo finished second on his birthday because of a clerical error. His reaction said it all. What a stupid I am. Yeah, that about covers it. Number 1, a random spectator steals Rory's club mid-round. This might be the dumbest moment in modern golf history. Scottish Open, 2021. Rory McIlroy is on the 10th tee. With him, Jon Rahm, and Justin Thomas. Literally, 3 of the best golfers on earth out of nowhere. A random spectator strolls onto the tee box, not near it. On it, he walks straight to Rory's bag and pulls out the driver head covers and then an iron, and just starts walking off with it. Nobody reacts, and for a full 20 seconds, security finally steps in, but not before the guy tries to keep Rory's driver head cover as a souvenir. Rory just stands there, stunned. So does everyone else. No one swung, no one yelled. The dude just walked up and took a club in front of cameras during a professional event. You cannot make this up. If this happened in a local club game, people would be laughing for weeks. But on the European tour, that's number 1. These were the moments when players, caddies, officials, and sometimes fans turned their brains off when it mattered most. Golf isn't about muscle or speed, it's about focus. And when that focus slips, even for a second, chaos follows. Scorecards, ruined careers, paint on a club gets you disqualified, and a missed signature sends you home. Just goes to show. In golf, the dumbest moment might not be the one you laugh at. It might be the one that cost you everything.